Video do.
This sounds like a high-stakes showdown. To channel that 2016 energy, think flashy neon aesthetics, edgelord humor, and over-the-top martial arts. I've designed a villain who is literally hungry for power. The antagonist, Chef Gord on the Glutton. Theme, 2016-era culinary martial artist / streetwear aesthetic. Appearance, he wears a high-collar black and gold techwear tracksuit with a tactical chef's apron over it. He sports a neon green undercut and a holographic mask that displays salty, sour, or sweet, depending on his mood. Fighting style, the 5-course fist, a brutal mix of Wing Chun and culinary weaponry. He uses sharpened obsidian chopsticks as throwing needles and a cleaver made of high-frequency steel. Signature
Yeah.
ability, flavor profile shift.
Oh, wait. High energy. Okay.
By consuming different power-apps, enhanced molecular snacks,
What?
he can change his physical properties. Spicy. His attacks gain explosive heat. Umami. His body becomes heavy and dense, making him immovable. The scenario, the grand reopening of chaos. The setting is a rooftop skyscraper in Jump City, decorated with 2016-style geometric patterns and flickering LED lights. The city skyline glows behind you. Chef Gordon stands in the center of a helipad, spinning a heavy iron wok on one finger. He looks at you, his mask flickering to a red spicy icon. Mark, you're just in time for the main course, he sneers.
Is that a time joke because Mark chose time? If that is, that is so cheesy. I'm sorry, it was. I'm sorry.
Voice distorted by his mask. You think your little bad luck tricks can
I have other skills too, dummy.
stop a master of the craft?
Duh.
Luck doesn't exist in a kitchen. Only technique and the right ingredients.
You want to bet?
And today, you're the secret ingredient for my masterpiece. He kicks the wok into the air, catches it, and assumes a low mantis-style fighting stance. A wave of shimmering heat ripples off his body. Hope you brought an appetite for defeat. He lunges forward with incredible...
Hang on, y'all, because they didn't do what I was supposed to do. Okay. Okay, because just forward to spill.
speed, his obsidian chopsticks aimed directly at your pressure points while a localized shockwave of spicy energy erupts around him. It is your turn, Mark. How do you use your mastery of elements, time, or bad luck to counter the chef's first strike?
Move on.
Bumblebee materializes from the obsidian needles in a flurry of shifting yellow metal and grinding gears. The Autobot finds his footing on the helipad, his optics glowing blue as he whirs to life, towering over the surprised chef. Chef Gordon skids to a halt, his mask flashing a frantic sour icon. Transformers? That's not on the menu.
Not supposed to be.
He frantically reaches for a power-up snack from his tactical apron to boost his speed, but his hand slips. A sudden stroke of bad luck causes his specialized pouch to jam. Bumblebee doesn't wait. He transforms his right arm into a plasma cannon and lets out a series of rhythmic chirps and radio clips. Sting like a bee, a voice clips through his speakers as he lunges forward. Bumblebee throws a heavy metal haymaker aimed right at the chef's chest, while simultaneously firing a low-energy blast at the ground to trap the villain's feet in molten asphalt. Chef Gordon is pinned between a giant robot and your sorcery. How do you and Bumblebee want to finish this meal?
That was so cheesy. I know he got other powers, Gemini. Come on now.
Chef Gordon's mask flickers
I just told Gemini that because the battle. I don't want the battle to end too quickly because this is too quick for me.
rapidly from sour to a jagged neon purple bitter icon. He lets out a frantic, jagged laugh as Bumblebee's metal fist whistles toward his head. You think a pile of scrap metal and a stroke of bad luck is enough to close my kitchen? He screams. Just as Bumblebee's fist is inches from his face, Gordon bites down on a sour sunder lozenge hidden in his cheek. Suddenly, his body becomes incredibly elastic and fluid, the liquid gastronomy technique. He doesn't just dodge the punch, he flows around Bumblebee's arm like spilled soup, escaping the molten asphalt trap entirely. He flips into the air, landing on the edge of his giant iron wok. He reaches into his tactical apron and pulls out his secret weapon, the ever-boiling sriracha grenades. Time for some area effect seasoning. He hurls 3 grenades at once. Instead of a normal explosion, they burst into thick, suffocating clouds of ghost pepper vapor. The air becomes a stinging, orange fog that burns the eyes and clogs mechanical sensors. While you and Bumblebee are blinded by the spice, Gordon uses his martial arts mastery to perform the centuries-old egg strike. He moves through the fog with total precision, aiming a palm strike infused with bad luck energy directly at your chest. If it connects, it won't just hurt, it'll cause your next spell to backfire horribly. Compliments to the chef, Mark. How do you handle the heat? The stinging fog is everywhere, and the chef is closing in fast for a strike. What's your move?
You might go with the Ice Beast Boy. Yeah.
With your super hearing, the world slows down. You can hear the rustle of Gordon's techwear tracksuit and the frantic beeping of his mask through the thick, stinging vapor. As he lunges for the killing blow, you sidestep with perfect timing, feeling the rush of air as his palm strike misses by a fraction of an inch. In the silence of your mind, you chant the ancient word, Fogs ODBFB. Suddenly, the ghost pepper fog reacts to the spell. Instead of burning your lungs, the vapor begins to crystallize, swirling together and freezing mid-air. You follow up with a surge of elemental energy, shaping the frozen mist into a massive, translucent blue figure. An ice beast boy emerges from the frost. He takes the form of a towering frozen gorilla, letting out a silent, chilling roar that sends a wave of frost across the helipad. Chef Gordon stumbles back, his mask flashing a frozen blue brain freeze icon. Ice? In my kitchen? You're ruining the temperature. The ice beast boy beats his chest, sounding like cracking glacier.
I got ice and metal in your kitchen. What's up? It's no longer food in your kitchen. It's ice and metal. What's up?
And leaps into the air. He slams his massive frozen fists
There you
down
go.
toward the chef,
Beat him up, Beast Boy.
intending to turn the culinary villain into a chef sickle. Meanwhile, Bumblebee recovers from the fog and readies his plasma cannon for a dual assault. The chef is cornered between a giant Autobot and an elemental ice beast. Mark, do you want to use your time magic to freeze him in place for the final hit? Or do you have another trick up your sleeve?
I want to show Mark.
Mark snaps his fingers, and in an instant, the giant yellow Autobot and the towering Ice Beast Boy vanish into motes of magical light. The helipad is suddenly quiet, leaving Chef Gordon standing alone, shivering from the leftover frost and looking completely bewildered. Wait, where'd the big guys go? He stammers, his mask flashing a confused yellow icon. He doesn't have time to finish the thought. Mark blurs across the concrete with blinding speed. Before the chef can even raise his cleaver, Mark unleashes a relentless barrage. 1, 2, 5, 8. The punches land with rhythmic precision. Each of the 13 strikes connects squarely with the chef's holographic mask, shattering the display into a million flickering pixels. Gordon's head snaps back with every hit until he's dazed and seeing double. Mark doesn't let up. He reaches out, grabs the chef's arm in a grip of pure iron, and pivots. Using his super strength, Mark heaves the villain off the ground like he weighs nothing at all. With a powerful roar, Mark launches Chef Gordon across the rooftop. The chef screams as he sails through the air.
Powerful roar. Oh gosh, he's screaming.
Heading straight toward his own high-tech, oversized industrial oven that he brought for his grand reopening. Crash! The chef
Did I say oven? Oh, I said over, but you knew I meant oven.
slams into the stainless steel appliance, the doors buckling under the force as he tumbles inside. The oven's preheat light starts to blink aggressively. The chef is down, and literally, in the oven. Mark, do you want to lock the door and finish this with a time spell, or let the bad luck magic take over and cause the oven to malfunction in a spectacular way?
No. No, I don't. I got a better idea. Yeah, Mark had this in his victories, though. The chef wasn't that bad of a villain. He did pretty okay.
With a final display of your elemental and transformative mastery, you reshape the battlefield for a decisive victory. The final transformation. As the industrial oven begins to spark, you gesture toward it. The cold, hard steel softens and stretches, twisting into a long, swirling cupcake rope that smells of vanilla and frosting. The glutton is left dangling, his tech suit tangled in the sugary fibers. Before he can utter a word, you weave your hands through the air, casting a heavy, golden spell. The chef's physical form begins to shrink and compress. His screams fade into a chime as his body is replaced by a small, smooth purple gemstone, completely powerless and flickering with the last remnants of his bitter energy. Poof! With a sharp snap of your fingers, a cloud of pink smoke erupts, and the physical form of the chef vanishes into the gem. The cleanup. You aren't finished yet. You cast a shimmering cleaning spell that sweeps across the Jump City skyscraper. The ghost pepper fog, the molten asphalt, and the cupcake remnants vanish instantly, leaving the helipad sparkling as if nothing ever happened. Finally, you manifest a powerful cup cage. a miniature prison forged of unbreakable light and time-locked energy. You drop the purple gem inside. The bars hum with a low frequency, ensuring the chef remains bubbled and unable to reform. Mission accomplished. The city is safe, the meal is over, and you stand on the clean rooftop with the villain safely contained in the palm of your hand. Mark, now that the battle is won and the chef is a powerless gem in your cage, what do you plan to do with him? Should he be locked away in your headquarters, or is there one last thing you want to say to him? The rooftop is quiet once more as you teleport away, the city lights of Jump City fading into a blur of magical energy. Return to base. You arrive at the headquarters, the air humming with the familiar protective wards of your team. You find Musa in the central sanctum, surrounded by floating orbs of shifting light and dark energy. You hand her the powerful cup cage containing the purple gem. Her eyes glow with a mix of elemental and light magic as she inspects your work. Excellent work, Mark, Musa says, her voice calm and resonant. His energy is neutralized. I'll place him in the Shadow Vault where he can't harm anyone or cook up any more trouble. With the villain secured, you head down the corridor toward the training wing. The training room. As the heavy doors slide open, the room is a whirlwind of activity. Your friends are in the middle of a high-intensity session. Bruno is in the center of the floor, shifting rapidly from a massive grizzly bear to a sleek panther to avoid a series of training drones. He catches sight of you and lets out a friendly roar before shifting back into his human form, wiping sweat from his forehead. Gwen is a blur of movement on the rafters above, practicing her stealth maneuvers. She drops silently from the ceiling, landing in a perfect crouch next to you, her spy gadgets clicking back into her belt. Heard you had a spicy encounter, Mark. Glad you're back. Jack is at the far end of the room, focusing his magic. He's practicing precision blasts, knocking targets out of the air with glowing bolts of energy. He gives you a thumbs up and a grin, clearly impressed that you handled the chef so quickly. The team looks sharp and ready for whatever mission comes next. As you stand in the training room with the group, do you want to join in on the practice, or is there a specific mission report you need to share with Jack, Bruno, and Gwen?
No. Well, I could tell them.
I'm so serious.
You lean against the training room wall, watching the others wind down their practice. Bruno shifts back into human form and grabs a towel, while Gwen and Jack gather around to hear the debrief. The fight was fast, you say, a confident smirk playing on your face as you recall the chef's frantic brain freeze icon. But he's one of our older villains. I've seen his 5-course fist enough times to know all his tricks. He tried the ghost pepper vapor, but he forgot I can hear him coming a mile away. Gwen nods, crossing her arms. Experience counts. It doesn't matter how many power-apps those guys eat. They can't outrun a team that's already memorized their playbook. Bruno laughs.
She said those guys, like he's more than one guy.
Patting you on the shoulder. 13 punches to the face? I think he got the message, Mark. Though I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to see that Ice Beast boy in person. Sounds like a cool trick. Jack fires one last energy bolt at a target and turns to the group. If the old villains are popping back up, we should probably stay sharp. Who knows who's going to try a grand reopening next?
He got a point there. Yeah, they come back. That's something good. That's something a good superhero team should do in general, though. Your old villains start popping back up. You guys need to start training. Also, if you learn your old classmates start popping up lately, and like bad energy in real life, like after a high school reunion like 3 years ago, like after a high school reunion a month ago, they start popping up lately. You get ready for who else is your host you're gonna see. That's what I say.
The atmosphere in the room is light but focused. Your victory has definitely boosted the team's spirits. Now that you've checked in and given your report, do you want to run a quick sparring match with the team to stay sharp, or is it time to head to the monitors and see if any other old enemies are making a move?
No, I'm good. Hang on. Victory about outcome. Yeah, there you go.
You head out of the training room, leaving the others to their drills, and walk through the base toward the living room. The familiar surroundings of the headquarters always feel a bit more peaceful after a successful mission. Once you're settled on the couch, you pull up the hero files on your personal device. As a powerful sorcerer, you know how important it is for you and the team to keep these records updated with every win and encounter. Logging mission data. Mark. Category.
I like this right here, y'all.
Details. Hero in action. Mark.
Oh, I like how you did that.
Mark. Sorcerer of elements, time, and bad luck. Villain encountered. Chef Gordon,
like this came
the
back
glutton.
on.
Location. Jump City skyscraper. Battle outcome. Victory. Mission summary. Tactics used. Telekinetic interception, advanced transformation, Bumblebee and Ice Beast Boy constructs, and 13-hit physical combo. Finishing move. Transformed villain's equipment into a cupcake rope and compressed the villain himself into a powerless purple gemstone. Status. Villain contained in a powerful cup cage and handed over to Musa for secure storage in the Shadow Vault.
Check.
Property damage, 0. Cleanup spell successfully deployed.
Check. Cleanup spell.
As you finish typing the last of the mission notes, you
Yeah, cleanup spell. Check. Hand it to an ally. Check. Boom, boom, boom.
save the file into the secure database. It feels good to see another successful mission documented alongside the rest of the team's history. With the hero files updated and the base quiet, you finally have a moment to relax. You look over at the monitors, seeing the peaceful skyline of Jump City on the screens. Now that your report is finished, do you want to take a break and hang out with your brother or check the scanners one last time for any suspicious activity?
Not only did she completely disappear into the character of Yelena, it was also her idea to...
Mark don't have a brother.
According to directors Bert and Bertie, after Kate threw the bottle of sriracha at Yelena, Q insisted that the condiment actually get used in the scene. A hot sauce lover, she happily kept gulping it down over multiple takes. Are you done?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love.
Oh, you talk about me, but I never told you I had a brother. Oh, I have back then. Never mind.
I love hot sauce. It's a tiny but memorable detail that adds a bit more depth to a mysterious yet totally lovable character.
And not streamer
Drops the orb, Guardians
grade.
of the Galaxy. Although the MCU is known for mixing a lot of humor into its movies and shows, Guardians was arguably the first straight-up comedy in the series. From the opening scene...
Right, my mistake. Mark is flying solo on the family front. I've cleared that from the record. Since we are skipping the streamer metrics and focusing strictly on his performance in the field, here is the official battle scenario grade for Mark's encounter with Chef Gordon. Battle scenario evaluation, Mark. Mission, the grand reopening of chaos. Target, Chef Gordon, food/martial arts theme. Criteria, grade. Analysis, tactical creativity. A+. Turning obsidian chopsticks into an Autobot and creating an Ice Beast Boy shows elite-level battlefield control.
Yeah.
Power versatility. A. Seamlessly blended telekinesis, super strength, super hearing, and elemental magic. The Fog's ODBFB spell was a perfect counter to the Fog. Efficiency. S. The 13-punch combo followed by the immediate gem poofing ended the threat instantly once the opening was found. Collateral control. A+. The use of a cleaning spell post-battle to restore Jump City to its original state is a pro-tier move.
Yeah.
Overall battle grade, S, superior. Combat notes. Mark demonstrated why he is a master of bad luck magic by causing the chef's gear to jam at a critical moment.
I didn't do that.
His ability to switch from high-level sorcery to raw physical combat, 13-hit combo, makes him nearly impossible for villains to predict. Now that the hero files are updated with this S-rank performance, what's the next move for the team? Are we heading back to the training room to see how Jack and the others are doing? Or is there another villain on the radar?
None of that, actually. Hang on, y'all.
Banner and another to Steve Rogers. The move was totally unscripted. Just a
Okay,
natural
but-
consequence of Downey's penchant for snacking and improvising lines.
In Mansfield, it'll be cloudy, with a high of 75 and a low of 42.
For me, for this Sunday would be a cloud with the next. Okay, he answered that question. All right.
Chris Hemsworth didn't truly get to show off his
How tall is
but true fans realized early his way around the joke.
Beast
This scene
Boy?
was
I'm gonna put that. I don't know what else to ask.
Thunder is completely out of his element on Earth. As Jane, Darcy, and Dr.
You not know how tall Beast Boy is? May it vary between comics, yeah. So it looked like what? They happens to fight. She tries to go around. It varies between cartoons and all.
Beast Boy's height
Comics and cartoons, it varies.
actually changes depending on which version of him you're looking at. Mostly because he's often depicted as the youngest or most compact member of the team. Here is how he usually measures up. Comics, main DC universe, he is typically listed at 5 feet 8 inches, 173 centimeters. Teen Titans, 2003 animated series. He is much shorter here to emphasize his kid role, usually around 5 feet 1 inch to 5 feet 3.
I see.
Teen Titans Go. He is even smaller in this art style, appearing to be around 4 feet something. Of course, since he's a shapeshifter, he can technically be any height he wants, from a tiny flea to a 20-foot tall T-Rex. Since you are 6 feet 1 inch, you'd definitely be towering over the classic animated version of him.
I sure would. All right, y'all. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. I got 2 other videos saved up. Y'all, I want to tell you what videos other one going to be a surprise for y'all. All right.